Hi, my name's Todd Kennington, and I have informative speech for Communications 101. And the purpose of my speech is just to inform and to talk about stem cells and cancer. And this is the class that's going to be listening to my speech. And I'll get started here. So I'd like to thank Paul for putting on this production here. Like I said, the general purpose of this speech is just to inform. And the specific purpose for this is to give information on both use of stem cells and the options that should be considered. Just to start off, I'd just like to ask you guys out there in the audience, what is probably behind heart disease? What is the number one cause of death in the United States?
Probably cancer.
Okay, that's correct. Cancer is just behind heart disease as the number one killer in the United States in death. And start off real quick, I have a video about a young woman that received stem cell research.
Very, very hard. My car accident happened when Abel, my brother and I, were driving home from summer school. And we were driving in the fast lane of 281 going north here in San Antonio, and there was an oil spill on the road that we didn't see. And the oil got on all four of our tires. And we lost control of the car, and the car kind of swerved back and forth. And we hit the concrete divider that separates the two highways. We hit that head on, going about 65, 70 miles an hour. I remember I woke up, I was in the car, my head was laying on my shoulder, and my ear was touching my shoulder. I knew something wasn't right. And then the next thing I know, these paramedics come to the car, and they ask me what's going on, what happened, what I feel, what I don't feel, and I told them I don't feel anything. I think I heard one of the paramedics tell some other guy that he had to get a neck brace because I had broken my neck most likely. So we were rushed to the hospital after that, and the doctors told me that I would never walk again. I thought it all was a bad dream. When I was first injured, I didn't really want to do anything. I just wanted to lay in bed. And I guess in a sense I felt sorry for myself. From the very beginning, my parents started looking at, different alternatives for spinal cord injury, different therapies and stuff. Then we heard about a new cutting-edge procedure by a surgeon in Portugal named Dr. Carlos Lima. They took cells out of my olfactory mucus and they cultured them somehow, and they opened up my injury site, they took out scar tissue, and they laid the cells in there and closed it back up. I think the thing that I noticed the most from Dr. Lima's surgery was my feeling. Before I couldn't feel kind of here down, and now I feel all over. It's just patchy. In some areas it's normal, in some areas it's kind of not. The more movement I get, the more, like whenever I have a good day in training, I'm like, oh, I couldn't do that a week ago, or I do something new, like then I move a foot or a toe or something like that, or it's very inspiring, and it drives you to go forward. Now I'm able to stand, I walk, I do so many things that I just never thought before that I would ever do. I'm going to walk again. That's pretty, four words, it sums it up. My name is Laura Dominguez, and adult stem cells are going to help me walk again.
Next, I want to talk about the body, because this is where exactly where it starts, and it's the hub of this issue. Stem cells and cells are the basic structure and functional units of living organisms. Two broad types of stem cells in humans are embryonic stem cells, adult stem cells, and I'm just going to break these down into the pros and cons of both and tell some options as well. embryonic stem cells, or embryos, have controversy with ethical debate that people often talk about is the destruction of human embryos. The pros of embryonic stem cells are they can become any kind of cell in the body. The cons, obviously, are the creation of stem cell lines. It requires destruction
Next, I'd like to talk about
embryos.
adult stem cells.
These can be taken from a variety of tissues in the body, including bone marrow, cord blood, and peripheral blood. The pros of adult stem cells is that these cells are plentiful and easy to obtain, and they actually rank above embryonic stem cells. The cons of this is when bone marrow is taken from the bone, can damage and leave the graft site sore, and peripheral blood takes longer. In conclusion,
to
given the
harvest.
variety and just a few examples shared here, it is amazing that stem cells are able to change to any type of cell in our body. Seeing the pros and cons of each type of stem cells is amazing to me. I have always thought that embryonic stem cells have been superior to any other stem cell. I was proven wrong on this point. Cancer and the treatment of it lies in multiple treatments and projects around the world. I have learned that not all stem cells come from embryonic sources, that the main and most important ones come from us, the adults. I have shared just a little part of the big picture and hope that whenever you hear the word stem cells, you don't just think of embryonic and the controversy of that issue, but of the other good that can come from the other sources in the body.